let's watch the conversation he had with Luka Sabbat. I've actually been looking forward to watching this because, like I was telling you guys, I deliberately haven't watched this because I wanted to react to it firsthand. And I heard this conversation was really good. And like I said, Luka Sabbat is someone that is actually like very deeply involved in the fashion industry. So I think in terms of Kai Cenat growing and having like, progressing in his fashion journey, I think that, yeah, I just think that this is a good person for him to talk to. But let's listen.
I went into it already thinking like, bro, people not gonna take me serious. I'm a fucking streamer. Yeah. You feel me? So I'm like, I already know they're gonna box me in. You feel what I'm saying? And into a lot of shit. So I just kept writing down and like just writing a whole bunch of shit down, like as transparent as possible.
Yeah.
You feel me? As transparent as possible, and just breaking it down for what it is, and take a picture of the people that was there and all that, and just, bro, this is like literally
This
it.
is Lorenzo.
Yeah.
He's been part of the process?
Yes. He's the one that designed this cover.
Nice.
Like I really went in depth.
Boy,
like,
working out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Staying fit.
Yeah.
That's definitely part of the
Bro,
journey.
yeah, but then you see like also I look at designers too. Like when I like they go through shit health wise, and I'm like, fuck, like I gotta go into this because I know how much time that shit is. Like let me at least.
Yep, Kai Cenat is. Yo, someone tell Kai Cenat to watch Kingdom of Dreams, the TV series, because if he watches it, I'm sure he knows like the likes of like what happened to Marc Jacobs and John Galliano and Alexander McQueen and how fashion affected their mental health. So it is good that he's considering his mental health and like how things affect him mentally. That's definitely a good way to come into things thinking about working in fashion.
Put the gym and say how important it is to take care of your health.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, your health is everything. Like, you want to wake up and, like, feel good.
Yeah.
That, like, helps you design, it helps you think. Like, when I'm, like, hungover or in a, like, if you're, like, when you're unhealthy, it's not just, like, your body, it's your brain. And that, like, can fog up your, like, thought process. And, like, another thing, I mean, I'm sure you've already experienced this. A brand these are cool. Are these real skins?
Yeah.
Cool.
And I scanned everything so like it's on the website so people could just read it. But also I wanted to come included in the packaging of like the clothes so they could see it with their own books.
This is an important point when I was talking about Luka about it. It's like the experience of the client. I feel
there
is no fucking
experience. You gotta think of it from the buyer's point of view.
I want to play the game. I want to have the experience of a client, and the whole experience is just be treated as shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I want this to be like, this is journal 1.
Yeah.
Like the next collection will be journal 2. Yeah. So it's 2 different journals. Like it comes down to the color of how I'm feeling. Like it's really good. Like if I have a collaboration with a brand, like that person has to be there with me, and shit like that.
But this can make different. The experience that you make your
and I'm going all in too. I feel like it's cool.
I mean, that's like how your consumer interacts with the product.
Yes, because when we younger, bro, we get Louis, Gucci.
Yep, Kai Cenat's his brain is in the right place. He's thinking about the right things, like thinking about the customer experience. Journaling about that and kind of like how, like really deeply considering what is going to be like and how he envisions the customer experience for his customers to be. His mind is in the right place. I'm asking, so the journal is basically, yeah, in a way, because he's saying that each collection will be like a journal. So journal 1, collection 1. That's a cool idea. That's actually a really cool idea. It would be such a good idea if something I think would be really good marketing is if he sells the journals. So after he finishes his first collection, if that first journal is available for sale, or even if he doesn't want to like make money off it just for marketing, he opens a website, kind of like what Virgil Abloh did with Canary Yellow, where Virgil Abloh had those show notes that are like 100 pages long, where Kai Cenat just has scans of every page of his journal, and all his fans can like read deeply into it with like explanations on like everything and how he rationalizes everything. And then, that kind of his fans getting deep into it and kind of reading deep into it. So by the time the collection comes, they understand the collection so deeply, they feel like they have like a deep emotional connection to the clothing. I think that's a really good idea, personally. Vivet.pdf, facts. This is good as long as he has someone on his team to handle / fit what he is wanting and execution. Agreed. Because he should not be doing the entirety of it on his own. Yeah, because I mean, at the end of the day, is not going to be a sensational designer within 1 year. Like, these things take time. But so long as he's working with the right people and he's constantly seeing it as a learning experience, I don't see why he can't become a good designer over time if he continues to put the work in. Because I think he definitely has like the resources for sure. I feel like there is an audience mismatch. How many of his fans care that deeply about fashion explanations? Then people are like 11 years. I don't think all his fans are like 11 years old. And it's up to Cenat to like, because that's the whole point of him being influential and people really listening, like his fans listening to what he says. If he communicates to them why it's important for them to read it, then they'll read it. It's just how he goes about it.
You hang it up on a wall, like you gotta think like that, cause like obviously like I've lived my life and I got so much money to where like I don't even be caring about the bags. But you gotta ground yourself a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, there's people out there who's living in their crib and shit who really value the bags, the dust bags, the germ. You know what I'm saying?
That shit counts.
Yeah,
And
everything
even,
counts.
Like, you know, I don't give a fuck about the the box or the bag, but like keep it just in case. But that shit matters. As a product designer myself now, like
you look
my
at
first
everything
collection,
as
bro,
knowledge.
I didn't have garment bags, selling jackets. You know, I mean, I'm still learning too, by the
Yeah,
way. You know,
yeah.
but like my first collection, I didn't make nice garment. I didn't even think that far. I was so into like, fuck, I need this perfect.
You see what Luka Sabbat said? That's really important. Luka has been in fashion for so long, and Luka's saying, I'm still learning too. You never ever stop learning. I'm still learning. Like, no one stops learning. John Galliano's still learning. Like, everyone's still learning.
Hardware and the leather and the lining, and I'm like, wait a minute, this jacket's $7,000 and I don't have a fucking like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, I'm tripping, bro. Season 2, garment bags, shirt bags. When you buy from the website, what box does it come in? Is it easy to open? Like, the font on the receipt, like everything's got to be dialed.
This is also like, this is the coming soon website, because I looked at a lot of coming soon websites, and a lot of them, like, I just see it's like, it just literally says coming soon.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, I want to put the journal in there.
Yeah.
And I want people to read this. Like, this is like
That is
coming
cool.
soon. And I also have left out certain pages to where when you get to close, you'll see unlockable pages that you've never seen before, you know?
The journey being a part of it is cool.
Yeah.
I want to read this. The first prototype of the first bag was seen today, and it was pretty good, really well done. I was surprised on how good the prototype looked, but
My bad, my handwriting, bro.
there is far more improvements to be made at the moment. I want to try to find a way where it does not feel like a Birkin from Hermes. Understand? I understand.
And like, do you see why I read though? Like, I put, but it's genuine though. Like, I'm writing the wrong there, bro. Like,
I respect that note.
yeah,
though.
yeah.
I respect that note.
Agreed. I just checked because he said like his coming soon page, he wanted it to be more interesting. So I said, let me go on like the Vivet website and see what it's like. So he actually does have the journal, like pages of the journal on the website, which is actually really cool. So like his fans can come in here and actually learn about what he's learning about. Now, my thing though would be this isn't enough space to really explain everything that you need to explain. So how I would do it is after the journal, there's like different things that you can click into that add even more explanations and more rationalizations into, you know, kind of all his ideas and kind of what he's doing. But this is definitely a good start. Definitely. Where people can just keep getting deeper and deeper into it while they wait for the clothing to drop. Good idea. Great idea. Great idea.
I gotta get better as long as the journal like improves handwriting and shit, like pronunciation, grammar.
But it's still authentic. It's you.
Yeah.
See the
It's me, yeah.
guy behind the scene.
Yeah, and then you're just only gonna get better in it the more you document it. Like,
Yeah.
and it's cool. Like your customer is gonna grow with you. That's another thing. Like the people that were season 1, like they're there for season 2. And there's new people that are coming in. Like once you start getting your consumer base and those people, they want to feel like they're a part of something. That's the best part about investing in a new brand. And you want to like. It's good when your customer grows with you, you know, because those are loyal customers.
Right here I wrote, I said, I purposely let time pass to get a wide variety of experience. And as I am traveling and working from city to city, there's a lot of emotion going on within myself. I am human, and a lot of times my head is thinking of a lot of things at once. It's been a full It's been a full month now since I have streamed, and I'm not gonna lie, I miss it dearly. I miss my community, and I miss just doing the content that I really love. I've been in Italy for a month, and I am missing home dearly. It's crazy because I have never missed New York so much in my life. In my life until now, I think I miss New York so much because of the way Europe is set up, the streets, the roads, the fashion, the amount of people, etc. Additionally, I really miss making content. But one thing that I've learned in my life is that timing is everything. I felt like I gave so much energy in my craft of streaming and felt as if I can execute this vision with clothes properly. I would have to take time and put it into this new craft of mine. By being away for a long time, I know people would appreciate my clothes more and take it seriously, which I really want to.
Yeah.
Like, it's that level, you know?
Yeah. Note to self type shit, and it's good. What is this? A cobbler?
That's when I first see my shoes. Yeah, shoes get made.
So are you starting with shoes?
I'm
Are you starting with accessories? And
so
clothes?
so that's the whole point. It's like I don't want to be boxed into anything. Like
Yeah.
the season, I don't want to just drop it if I feel like it's cool. Anything. So
I understand to like not be put in a box thing, but it's also good to be. You have to be specific.
Oh,
Like-
oh, that's great. That's great. That's great advice. Oh my, that is good advice. Because like the thing is, don't want to put it in a box, whatever. The thing is that every brand has one thing that makes them money, and every brand has one thing that they're known for. Not that those designers are being put in a box, but you do have to be specific, and there has to be things that like you hone in on that completely works for the brand. Because the problem with doing random stuff all the time is that you don't build a cohesive and long-term customer base. If you're trying to build like a long-term customer base, if customers come to you for a specific thing and they constantly come to you for a specific thing, if you stop doing that, then you're trying to attract a whole new customer base. That's what happened with Gucci. That's why Gucci's having an issue. For years and years and years, people went to Gucci for maximalism under Alessandro Michele. They hired Tabitha De Sano, who is the complete opposite direction. Doesn't work.
Rick, you'll put Eddie Slimane in any fashion houses of this world, it will still be
Eddie Slimane. Like, you have to have codes that are strong to you. Like, I understand the vision is very broad, but you have to understand the consumer isn't in your brain, and the consumer, it's sometimes you have to, it's just a fucked up way to think, but it helps you create in a way that like people can consume it. Is that like
everybody don't think the same.
Yeah.
So you gotta walk them through like a little kid.
Luka Sabbat is cooking. He said Eddie Simon, wherever he goes, he's still going to do Eddie. That's the thing. You have to have like a signature look. You have to have like a signature aesthetic. You have to have like certain codes as a designer that you're known for, a certain aesthetic, certain silhouette. So I understand what Kai means, like not being put in a box. I think him using phrases like that is because people have put him in a box of being a streamer. So he's always going to look at things through that lens of I don't want to be put in a box. But there are some certain situations or circumstances where it's actually beneficial to be put in a box, to be honest.
Bro, like
that's why you have to be super specific and come with something, and then you can like broaden the horizon. But you have to come in with a very concise idea and like this is what I do.
Yeah.
Like it has. That's the only way. I'm telling you, man. That's how all the greats did it. Margiela, when he started, his point of view was repurposing shit. Like things that people look at all these clothes as trash, and like I'm gonna remake them into high fashion. Hedy Slimane was like rock and roll, skinny, fucking, you know what I'm saying? Chrome Hearts, they started with they started with bikinis, I think, and then it went into jewelry. But you don't want to be like a jack of all trades and a master of none. Like you.
Woo! Luka is dropping gems. Whoa. Whoa. Slow down, Luka. Luka is like cooking right now. Luka is actually cooking.
You want to like. It's the really like quantity over quality. I mean, sorry,
quality over quantity.
Like, if you have like, if your first presentation was 5 full looks, right? A look consists of pants,
everything.
shoes, shirt. It could be layered, and the video. This is just like an example. Could be at base is just like it's 5 different people getting ready. putting each piece on. And that is the stream. And they're in the house, whatever the case may be. But those 5 looks you have, right? They're the most dialed things. They're the best product. Like, fuck showing them everything. You can't show them everything. You got to just come specific. These are my 5 looks. These are my 3 silhouettes. Every piece is pain. The moment you give people too much shit, it's like they don't know what to focus on. They're gonna find something to shit on. If you give them 5 things that are just your
Crazy,
fucking
heroes.
5 looks, that's still a lot of clothing, bro. That's 5 pairs of pants. That might be 4.
Luka is cooking. Also, the problem with focusing on too many things at once is it's too expensive. Like, I think a lot of people don't realize, unless like you work on the back end of fashion or you've had a brand, sampling is so expensive, especially if you're like a perfectionist and like you really want, like, you're making these boots and you envisioned it a certain level of quality in your head and you keep sampling till you get that perfect pair of shoes. It's going to cost you so much money. So people that are all over the place and like, don't, like designs, it costs brands too much money. Even designers, I'm not going to mention names, but there are big designers at big houses where when I'm doing consultancy with these brands, some of the executives are literally complaining about these creative directors because these creative directors, they sample too much. And the creative directors and the executives are like, this creative director is really wasteful of money because they sample so much stuff that they never use. So for someone like Kai that doesn't even have the resources of like the LVMH brands or the Kering brands, and these people are complaining, like this designer sampled 120 things and only 40 things made it to the collection. It's wasteful. So he can't afford to be, all over the place.
Different jackets, you know what I'm saying? 5 different shoes. Like, it took me 2 years for my first collection. That shit was 47 pieces and 23 looks. Like, and but when that shit dropped, that shit was pain. It was like 23 shits of just, and I had to like dial it back. I cut mad shit, all pain. You have to like come in it like that, where it's like, if you do 10 looks, make sure it's like your best fucking shit. Like, don't even give him too much, bro. Just give him your best. You get what I'm trying to say? And then part of the documentation is you can still show them that later. Present your best, right? And then it's like, drop the fucking uncut lookbook of all the looks that didn't make it. Those can still be part of the future of your brand. You can still work on them and like, okay, maybe it's not in drop 1. I haven't mastered it yet, right?
Right.
Season 2. So the people that are like, oh shit, they go look at season 2 and you're like, I saw that in the uncut lookbook of season 1. So they can tell you're still working on the stuff. The ideas are there, but you're just presenting your best. Do you know what I mean? Like, that would be ideal. And I think it would be super strong. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, it's fuck it, it's your life. But
I feel that though.
I want to like,
though. Okay.
I feel like, yeah.
But I do realize though, like the presentation thing, if it's the best, whether it's whatever it is, because you're just starting.
Because also, if you sell a lot of stuff and it's a lot of product, like
it
is.
Is when
it's sold out. Like if you only have 5 looks,
shirts or some shit,
you got. Let's say you have 5 pants, 5 jackets, 8 shirts.
It's a lot.
4 hoodies. That's a lot of shit already. So now, if you give them too many looks, like you want that shit to just say sold out.
They want that shit. They want the shit. They want to be able to see the shit, and then like if I did tease something else, they're like, oh my, what the fuck is that? Like I need that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like Low Roach has to do the same thing too.
Yeah.
And the beauty of marketing and promotion.
It's amazing. I could control it too.
Promotion. It's like, look, what Cardi has been doing, not talking for like years, and like he's fan because they fuck with him and they were waiting for him, with just making the noise for himself.
Exactly.
Like Hermes, they don't got to promote, they don't got.
You've never seen a Hermes ad, by the way.
Like there's no Hermes ad when you go on this website with like on the Instagram.
The Hermes ad.
So, okay, I'm going to come out on a limb and say Hermes is a terrible example. I don't even think Hermes should have been mentioned because Hermes is only able to have a marketing strategy of like not marketing basically because it's such an old brand that has been worn by literal royalty, and royalty has told other royalty about over the years, and so it's just at a point where in rich circles, they all talk about Hermes. As a new brand, you don't have the luxury of that kind of, you have to market. You cannot be the silent brand. Like, it's just, in 2026, if you're starting a brand, Hermes marketing is literally irrelevant to you. It should just be irrelevant. I don't think that's realistic or even like a useful example in this kind of conversation to bring up, to be honest. I get what they're trying to say, but it's a bad example.
And you see motherfuckers.
And those are the ads that will be timeless. Rick Owens do not push any ads or any.
Rick Owens doesn't do campaigns.
No campaign.
They have no marketing.
This is how you.
Yeah, it's the first one I seen with Montclair.
Yeah. The only marketing they did is Montclair, and that's Montclair marketing. Shit at the Rick Owens, like,
this
you
is
know,
where you stay in the time.
and it's like,
when you push marketing too much,
Just trust it. Just trust it.
The whole Rick Owens doesn't do marketing. I don't know about that. Rick Owens spends millions on runway shows. Rick Owens spends insane amounts of money on PR. Rick Owens definitely does marketing. I don't know how you could say that Rick Owens doesn't do marketing. That's actually factually incorrect.
you know, I mean, you gotta put, like, you just gotta push that shit with all you have, cause you're your best billboard, you know, and you're so blessed to have.
Yeah, it's all bullshit.
Yeah.
Personally,
You're and definitely use that to your advantage.
Yeah.
Like,
In fact, just to double down on the Rick Owens point, Rick Owens does so much marketing that, like, Rick Owens and Michelle Lamy are ambassadors, plus other people like Tyrone and like so many other people are literally ambassadors of the brand. So part of the marketing of Rick Owens is just Rick always being seen wearing different Rick pieces. That's literally part of the marketing. The only brand that you can say doesn't do marketing is us. Like, but Rick not doing marketing, yeah, I don't know about all of that.
you have all the eyes on you. You got the OGs and then the YNs and the kids of the OGs and the, you know?
I'm blessed to even have everybody talking about this shit right now.
Yeah.
Like, I've never been, like, even at these events, I've never had these many cameras on me.
It's a lot, no?
Yeah, it's annoying.
Yeah, I like had to take a little step back. I was getting a bit overwhelmed at some point. I just be like, it's good though. Like you just came into this shit, so like you gotta do the rounds. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But-
Yeah. Facts.
Yeah.
I gotta go through. It's all storytelling too.
Yeah, and it's like it's a whole new world, man. You know, Paris, Italy. Where were you in Italy?
Fuck, where was we at? Ancona.
Okay, copy.
I always
some
forget
great
that
tattoos. I make all my shit in Italy
Yeah.
as well. You want everything. I don't know what the price point for this stuff is, but you want it to feel really. You want everybody to feel special. LV, you know, all those shows are cool. Like, okay, cool, clothing, but you know, they really just crank bags. Like,
Yeah, luggage.
you know, LVMH and I mean, all.
Yep, Luka is correct. A lot of those luxury brands, the runway shows is just marketing. The ready-to-wear collections is just marketing. All of that is just marketing. Really, what they are trying to sell you is perfume and bags. That's actually what they want to sell you. And that's what makes the most money, ultimately.
Even YSL.
But it's important to say that the world building, without the world building that comes from the ready-to-wear collections and the designers and the shows and the campaigns, they wouldn't be able to sell as many bags and perfumes as they do, because no one would be interested and people wouldn't feel like it's an aspirational product to buy like Louis Vuitton perfume or Louis Vuitton bag. So that must be mentioned.
Like, all the clothes are sick with YSL, but it's like
they're here for the bags, yeah.
And like the accessories business is definitely a very lucrative business because everybody always wants a bag and you can wear it a lot. And, you know, it's not limited to like boys and girls kind of in this day.
Yeah, also another thing about bags, I'm not sure if Luca is going to mention it, is it's not limited by size also. So a lot of luxury clothing, maybe if you're like too tall, you can't wear it because none of it fits. Or you're too small, you can't wear it. Or you're too big, you can't wear it. So bags, accessories in general are extremely size inclusive, gender inclusive, like all those things. So that's the one thing about bags. Like if you make a bag, anyone can wear it. It's less likely you're going to lose money on like certain sizes and all that sort, because that's always a problem. Like when you make a full size run of like footwear or clothing, there's always that one or two pair of sizes that just doesn't sell as well as the others. Whereas like you don't have that issue with accessories.
Yeah.
It's like,
She just hit me today. She's like, "Look, Steve, don't pay attention to the internet right now."
is your mom?
Yeah.
That's sweet. Then that's your twin.
Yeah.
That's fire. Where is she from?
Cenat.
Fire. I mean, we're having this conversation of like, no, once you understand the best designer, I mean, there's amazing creative directors, but there's a reason why people like John Galliano or Alexander McQueen or Vivian Westwood were amazing at making clothes, is that they knew how to not just sew, they knew how to make patterns. So the way that they processed.
Yep. Tell him, Luca. You have to tell him.
Making clothes, they could actually understand how it's physically put together. Like, and when you understand how to actually make a garment from scratch,
You appreciate that bitch crazy.
not even just appreciate the way your brain thinks
See
about
through.
making garments,
Yeah.
you can really start pushing the boundary of like how things are constructed. You know, Issei Miyake's great at that too.
Yep, that's why Alexander McQueen says you have to learn the rules before you break the rules.
With the pleats and the like, you can really start playing with that stuff. It's fun. Is this when you went to?
Yeah, he had drew this shit
Damn, that's fire.
for me and shit.
My best analogy for like being a fashion designer and like why if you're going to design clothing, it's always better. Like you don't have to, and people always try to argue like you don't need to be able to sew to be a designer. Cool, but I think being able to sew and being able to make patterns will always make you a better designer than if you can't. Because the thing about being able to do those things is it changes the way you think. Like think about like when people invent new technologies, like people that are good at coding, the reason why they are able to invent that new technology is because they understand coding so fundamentally that they start to then think outside the box. Like maybe if we do this with this, I could try this with this. You will never get there if you just don't know how to do coding in the first place. So it's the same thing with fashion design. Like if you don't know how to make your own patterns, how to like sew, your designs are always going to be limited into the confines of the factory you use or the designers that work under you. It's always going to be limited within those confines. Whereas if you knew how to do that, you could expand your understanding a lot further. So that's why it's always encouraged that you actually learn how to construct garments if you're going to start a brand.
He's the best, man.
He is, bro. Like,
Richard's really like.
oh my gosh, it's like I want to be like that when I'm his age. The world like comes to him.
Yeah.
Like he make the world. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm talking about. Like he created his world, and Lori created their world, and like you're stepping into like their world, and it's that's what I'm saying. Chrome Hearts is very specific. It's now they make a lot of stuff, right? Like jeans, bags, jackets, scarves, but it started from a very specific point of view and a very specific sign language,
and it branched out.
And then it branched out.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm trying to communicate to you. It's like come with something very specific and then branch out to the rest. But if you come with a very specific point of view and people understand it, then you'll be able to grow into all the fucking things, all the things in all the boxes. But like, just think about all the greats. There's a reason why they're great, is that they figured out what they're great at and then they grew with that. Yeah. But like, they came with a very specific point of view. And that's just like, that's the most important part. The ethos, the world of your brain is everything. And like,
agreed.
What is it you want to communicate? What is your point of view? And what are you trying to say? And how do you want your consumer to feel when they're wearing them? You know, that's like the most important shit in the world.
And these are the brands more consistent. Like all the brands that base themselves on real, like Hermes, on real like saddle leather or like making leather.
Yo, who's this guy in the background? He just always mentions Hermes. Like there's other brands then. Like, because I just don't think Hermes is ever going to be a good example in the context of like trying to give Cenat advice on how brands should operate. I think it's the worst example. So this guy keeps mentioning Hermes.
For cars and develop into this whole
like they make fucking like shit for horses. Like, it's all about like craftsmanship. That's like the entire ethos of that brand. And then like you got Rick Owens, which has this like dark aesthetic, but it's like rooted in all these things that Rick Owens are into, which is like these subcultures like music, whether it's like hard techno or whatever. But that's actually popular. And like Demna has this almost satirical world view where he's like making fun of the world in a way where his product is still cool, but it's like social commentary, you know?
Like Yoji being the best of making black clothes.
Yoji Yamamoto, one of the best designers in the world. Bro's been making.
Yeah.
He's the goat of making black clothes. Like you should go down the Yoji Yamamoto rabbit hole. He's been how long he's been making clothes? Like 30 years or something? Maybe more.
What? 30 years? Luca. Yoji Yamamoto's Paris debut was like in 1981. That was what, like 45 years ago? 30 years? Come on, Luca. You have to give Yoji Yamamoto more respect than that. He's been making clothes forever.
Yeah.
The guy just makes black clothes. And he's found every fucking way to make. I don't even understand how he finds new ways to like.
That's incorrect. Yoji Yamamoto does. Luke, stop misguiding Kai Cenat. Like, Yoji doesn't only make black clothing. Luca, we're just spreading misinformation. Come on, Luca.
Make a fucking trench coat. But like, that's why you see when you see a Yoji person in Tokyo, they Yoji down. That's all they wear. Like, he makes black clothes and white shirts. That's like his whole shit. And it's
No, Luke. Yoji doesn't only make black clothes and white shirts. Luke, no.
fire. And like, there's a reason you go to brands for certain things, right? Like, you want a good. Who do you go?
You wanna go to the gym? You gonna go Nike. You wanna go to goddamn pop out somewhere and get a fire bag? You gonna look at the ones that sell bags.
Yeah.
So it's like, what is you
for
known
suits? I'm gonna go YSL. I
Yeah.
love the way
love
YSL.
YSL.
They're paying. You
love
feel like $1 million.
YSL.
When you put on a YSL, Yves Saint Laurent, Anthony Vaccarello suit, you feel like you're smoking niggas. Like, you're just that guy. Like, you want good leather pants? You already know you're going to Chrome. Like, there's just
Facts.
people for everything. So it's like, what is your contribution to the fashion? What do you want people to go to you for?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Once you like that shit, accessories is a fucking amazing way to start, bro. And it's versatile as fuck. And it's especially if you can make like semi-affordable accessories.
Oh yeah.
Like,
yeah.
An amazing brand and brand perception is everything. Like, look at Skims, right? It's an inexpensive brand, but see how the brand feels expensive? But
Yeah.
Yeah.
it feels expensive.
Yeah, Luca's back to cooking. He's back to cooking. Skims is literally like an ultra fast fashion brand in like fundamentally what it is and how it's manufactured and everything about it. But the marketing campaigns of Skims, wow. The way it's branded, the people that wear it, the collaborations they do, the activations they do, how the activations look. Yeah, Luca is cooking.
Right?
Yeah.
It's like very affordable.
Yeah.
But there's a reason it's cool and people back that shit. Like, you know, people don't feel as cool, I don't know, wearing like Zara, right? But Zara is like the same price.
It's really good,
not-
and they shit good.
But like, it doesn't feel as expensive as Skims. But you get what I'm trying to say? So it's like the brand perception. It doesn't have to be expensive to feel expensive.
Right.
And so you got to curate that vibe.
Right.
You know, it's something very cool to explore. One, it's expensive, and it actually it's all show. Like, you know, no pun intended. It really is all show. Like, it's just marketing. I don't know. Like, I'm avoiding my first fashion show because I don't feel like just the press, the people, the show, the looks, the models. Like, I'm still building my brand. I want people to go in the stores. Like, now I got a whole lot of new stores that are buying marking distance, and we're introducing new products. Next season we're making shoes. I want people to like have experienced the brand.
Yeah.
Go to my pop-ups, go to my events. This, that, third. Like, people understand the ethos of the brand. And he came to my showroom, right? I built this insane like vibe. The music, the posters, the wall of speakers. I'm still creating my world. When I'm ready,
You go do it.
like, I'm gonna do it on
It's gonna be
time.
crazy, yeah.
You know, and I'm gonna
That's good to
spend
think about
probably
it.
$2 million, and it's
Yeah.
not gonna make me some money back, but people are gonna be like, "That was a sick show."
Cool, yeah.
And the thing is with fashion shows, once you start doing them by the book, you kind of just have to keep doing
You
it.
keep getting addicted.
Yeah, Luca is cooking. Fashion shows are a waste of money. Honestly, it's the biggest waste of money. It's not an efficient use of money, there's better ways to market than fashion shows. And the problem is, especially if you show at somewhere like Milan or Paris Fashion Week, the season that you don't do it, it looks perception-wise like your brand is like struggling, and it looks like, you know, your brand is going downhill and declining. It's just how it looks. And fashion a lot of times is all about perception. Luka made a very good point earlier about how Skims really is fast fashion when you think about it, but it just feels luxury. And I know exactly what he's talking about. It's the way it's marketed, the way it's branded, where you see it, the stores that you see it, the stores that it's associated with. In the UK, I just went to a Skims and Selfridges event. They're only working with like luxury department stores. They're not going to work with the cheaper department stores. So it's just all about like curation, to be honest. And I think if you know what you're doing, you don't need to do runway shows and waste money. I think runway shows make sense when you make so much money that you can use that as part of your marketing budget. Now it starts to make sense. So like an LVMH brand like Dior or Louis Vuitton, it makes sense for them because they make so much money that they have those kind of marketing budgets where it just makes sense to just have more marketing in general and more marketing opportunities. But I think the cost versus benefit when you're a small brand, doing runway shows doesn't actually make any sense. It really doesn't.
Yeah. There's 3 people. Like, I just love the way Virgil approached the situation where Virgil, I kind of felt like he was helping her. Like, he was helping people.
Yeah, for sure.
And then after Ye, I just like how he didn't settle. Like, Ye didn't settle for the one thing that he was known for.
Yeah.
You know, he always pushed the boundaries. And I just love how Demna was the first person, like, in the hood. Like,
so, Kai, the reason why Ye is taken seriously in fashion is because, like, literally, it's so weird calling him Ye when you've known him as Kanye West your whole life. But anyway, Ye, he was in fashion for so long before he ever started his brand. Like, so long. And when I say started his brand, he really tried brands before and they didn't really work. Yeezy was the one that really worked, but he tried things before and they didn't work. So that tells you a lot about how difficult fashion is. And even he was an A-list celebrity damn near, and he was interning at Fendi with Virgil Abloh. That's one thing. He has an eye. Like, Ye saw the talent of Demna before he went to Balenciaga. Before he even started Vetements. So he has an eye. He understands fashion deeply because he's been around it for so long. And he's a pioneer in fashion, especially from a style perspective. And he just has ideas. I mean, like, Yeezy is literally the blueprint of what Skims is now. So Skims is $1 billion business. And all of those ideas are really just Yeezy season 1 and 2. Like, literally rehashed into an athleisure brand. So there's many things that I think when people say, you know, Ye didn't settle and all that stuff, I think people are not seeing the years he spent in fashion and learning about fashion and being around fashion people and talking to designers and being friends with designers and interning.
Like, when I first seen Demna's work, I'm like, bro, this shit look weird as fuck. But he dominated this shit crazy.
What's cool about Demna, I want to touch on all 3 of those people because I know them personally. Because he is what people would consider an outcast originally in fashion, right? He's into like
breaking codes.
You know, breaking codes. He worked for Margiela, and you know, he's like into like weird music and weird subcultures that people used to make fun of, whether it's like, you know, goth culture or hardcore music, techno, things that are typically like not popular, right? Like, it's not the status quo to like these things.
Okay, Luka. Demna is from Georgia. Obviously, he grew up, when he fled because he was a refugee because of the war, he grew up around a lot of European countries. Now, in Europe, techno is very popular. Like, techno is not seen as weird. Like, everyone listens to techno in Europe. Everyone dances to techno. There are techno clubs all around Europe. I'm talking Germany, Croatia, Italy, England. Like, there's techno clubs everywhere. Techno is not weird. It's not like some counterculture in Europe. Maybe it is in other places, but like when I was growing up, techno was super popular in Europe.
And he made the whole world think that these things that nobody thought were cool, dressing like Euro trash with those fucking big ass sneakers. He had motherfuckers dressing like European soccer dads. Like, he had motherfuckers dressing like emo kids that used to get fucking like made fun of in high school and shit like that. Like he got the whole world to think that's tight, and like people that used to like clown this shit was actually like fighting to get into this shit, and that is just amazing because he's just a master at marketing and just making good product that's relevant for its times. And then like Virgil.
Okay, I don't know about that synopsis for Demna. I'm a Demna fan, but like why I would say Demna is a good designer is for way different reasons. But anyway, let's just move forward. I don't know if I don't know that was a good explanation to someone like Kai, who's obviously like building his. I don't think that was a good enough explanation of like Demna as a designer.
Loved about him and what I'm trying to like still get to is that like what I loved about him, he just did everything. He was like
good at, and
he said it himself. He wasn't even good at everything, but he just trusted the process. Like he would do everything, and whatever worked, and whatever didn't, and then he would still work on the things. And sometimes he'd put out the idea, even if it wasn't done. Like, and that's something that I can't find myself to live by yet, but it inspires me because like he would put out shit, he would put out unfinished product, and then like 4 seasons later, he'd still be making the same thing, but the last version that came out is the best version that came out. When you see some of the stuff he did at LV, they were unfinished ideas from Allpoint, but he finally like nailed it. And he was an open book. He put everything out on the internet. He was just like such a source of information, and like he was so tapped into like the culture and bringing the youth in, and like
Yeah, that's why I feel like he had the one up on people.
yeah.
Like he just indulged into the culture of people and like made people like just seeing what he did with y'all and just like bring it. Like he had niggas in the Louis fact, in the Louis offices,
Like I was in the fucking LV office. Like,
you being able to just say that
party.
shit though, you being able to just say that shit is crazy.
And then
y'all was just open. He was just opening doors for niggas.
Quite literally breaking it open, like bro.
And so many designers are successful because Virgil put them on, basically. Like, Virgil was the most democratic designer at a major luxury house we've ever seen and probably will ever see. Like, it's insane.
He had skaters in there. He had everybody in that bitch, bro. Like, and that's why Louis Vuitton had so much soul when he was there, because you could tell the whole culture was truly behind him, because he opened the doors and people respected him for that, you know? And Kanye, it's like, he's just like, you know, people can say whatever they want, but he is more or less like the GOAT, right? Like, he's like kind of influenced like everything that's happened in fashion in the past 10 years. Like, no matter how.
Relax. Relax. Kanye West is ultra influential, but influence everything. Relax.
How you look at it, right? So it's like him popping off Riccardo Tisci, Givenchy, that changed fashion. How people, he's the reason like really like high fashion brands wanted to start making sneakers. People were, bro, you think none of these brands was making sneakers? Yeah, like like LV Kanye shoes, like
it's a life changer.
That was the game changer, bro. And then it's like he was, you know, the first big person to wear Vetmonts, Debna. That put him on a whole different like pedestal, you know what I'm saying? Which then you put all the eyes on Debna, or like even, I mean, Skims has like Ye's DNA all over it. I mean, I think he like designed that logo, you know what I'm saying? Like he's just so, and like, you know, he's got his fucking problems, of course, but
that's what makes him.
Yeah, he truly like, his hands have touched more or less everything that's happened in fashion, whether people want to give him the credit or not. Like there's 10 degrees of separation. It's like people are copying things that other brands are doing that Kanye influenced to do in the first place, and they don't even know that Kanye influenced that shit.
Agreed. He's correct with that. The sneaker point he made, because he said Kanye influenced fashion. I'm like, slow down. I think Kanye influenced sneakers and footwear in fashion, yes. The clothing side, not so much. But in terms of footwear, 100%. Those Louis Vuitton Dons, they came out in, I think, 2009, if I'm not mistaken. And I know a lot of sneakers launched, like, shortly after, around that time, too. Like, I remember that was around the time that Valentino had their Rockstud collection. I think, when was that? That was, like, fall winter 2010 or something like that, right? And then you had like, that was the era of the Balenciaga Arenas and the Balenciaga Runners and the Louboutin sneakers. And then that's, a lot of brands started to see that, oh, that makes a lot of money. That's actually like there's a lot of hype around sneakers. That this is a category we should focus a lot on. And then Demna took it and just took it to the moon with the Triple S and those Balenciaga sock sneakers, and then the whole industry changed. So I definitely think that Kanye West is responsible for absolutely restructuring the way that luxury brands design and even view sneakers as a product category. 100% agreed.
Do you know what I mean? And that's just like unprecedented. You know what I mean? And on top of that, he's just like making the best music, and so it's like unstoppable. Yeah.
Someone said, what about the Prada sneakers? Yeah, a lot of luxury sneakers were around, but it wasn't really... So like the Prada cups, for example, were already around. What are those Prada sneakers that they re-released recently? Those were around too. What are they called? The ones that is Prada's answer to the Dries Van Noten sneakers that they relaunched recently. That was from like the 2000s. Yes, there we go. So this sneaker here, the Monte Carlo, which is a re-edition from 2005. These also existed before. Yeah, these existed before, basically. So these right here, these Monte Carlos, these were in 2005. So there were a lot of sneakers, but a lot of you probably don't know these sneakers because they weren't that popular. So in terms of like popularity, and then, you know, people understanding that, okay, sneakers is like a massive category in fashion and there's so much money to be made in mass, we can definitely give Kanye West the credit for that one. Sure, for sure.
You're venturing into it, so start slow and then gradually get fast, you know?
And if you show them 5 of the best shit, bro,
It's going like you can't deny product.
If the
Especially
five looks you present are absolute pain, the end. Like,
Yeah.
And then, like you said, like you got the journal, bro. You can still put out all that shit. You can still put that shit out.
Right.
You know.
So people can follow the story and be like, okay, this is why he didn't do this.
This is why this.
This is why he. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And then
Yeah.
that
And
shit
just
will
thinking,
come out.
yeah.
But you're just presenting the best stuff that's ready right now. The best
that
shit
stuff.
you got, and
Okay.
then the other shit is still cooking, my nigga.
Right.
Like you got all this
Yeah.
time, like you got the resources, you got the money, you got the factories. Like, don't even like stress yourself out doing too much. Like, just do what you know.
Do what you know you can master.
best. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you got this, man.
I really appreciate it. I needed that right there, bro.
Nah, for sure.
Yeah.
I just like, you know, the industry. We were just like every 10 years, like there's the shift. Like I just think there should be just more young people.
Yeah.
Just like it.
And also, also the reason why I wanted to like take it so serious is because like, bro, I look around at a lot of brands of people who's my age, and it's like, bro, it's literally a slap of a name and it's hell.
Yeah.
Like there's no meaning, no nothing, and I'm like,
It's good that Cenat sees that. And that was probably also what he was referring to when we were DMing each other, where he said, you know, he's aware that a lot of like famous people and like celebrities, they just kind of just don't take it seriously and just see it as like a cash grab. So he is correct. His assessment is definitely sound.
I think if a person like me shows this is the way you should take it serious, or a fraction of that, people would then approach their brands at a more serious angle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like a more serious angle to where they're like, okay, now, okay, if like Kai is showing me, like, bro, it's okay. I have the power to turn on the camera, show something, and the world sees it.
Yeah.
You know, so if I can do that and I can preach that, I think people will like it, and like people would know of it. You know, like example, like me reading and shit, like, bro, the topic of conversation.
Shouldn't even.
You could, and first of all, whether people like it or not shouldn't even matter. But I know there's always gonna be people who like it. I don't even like everybody. So it's like, how the fuck everybody gonna like me? Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like when you realize so many people that hate, they really just be wanting to be cool, bro. Like I'm like, sometimes I'm like chronically online and I go through my DMs, and I went through a DM of like a super fan, and I went back to like
All
his
the
first
way.
DM was like, you tough, I look up to you, this, that, third, and like over now it's like, fuck you, nigga. Your brand ass. This sucks. But it's like, bro, just mad that like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they just it started as love, bro.
Yeah.
You get what I'm trying to say?
Then they switch up,
And like,
and then after when they switch up, somebody else is loving you.
And remember this, we live, unfortunately, like, everything is so negative. Like, the fact that everybody's talking about those fucking, what are those bots that just went to the club playing that fucking Heil Hitler song? It's like, everybody's, that's negativity. It's so negative, man. Yeah. And it's like.
But I've never in my life, like, would have thought the day would come where I read and niggas clown it.
Yeah.
Like, that shit is crazy as fuck. So, like, I had to turn off the noise. I'm like, yeah, like, it's so crazy.
Yeah, I agree with Kai Cenat about that. Like Kai Cenat is definitely right. Like, Kai Cenat, for people that don't know, he has been filming himself while he's reading. So he's been reading a lot recently, and he films himself, or he does like streams, I believe, of him reading. And a lot of people have been clowning him, saying that's corny, blah, blah, blah. There is nothing corny about reading and learning and gaining knowledge. There is quite literally nothing corny about it. And if anything, going back to Kai Cenat and Kai having so much influence, especially with younger people, I think it's fantastic that, you know, Kai is encouraging others to read, especially younger kids. Because as you guys know, statistically, the literacy rate of young kids these days is declining at a rapid rate. So if you have influential people that, you know, speak to that consumer, telling them why it's cool to read and kind of showing them about what he's reading, I think that's only a net positive. So some things like that I see Kai Cenat get hate for really confuses me. Like, it doesn't even make sense. It really doesn't make sense.
Where, like, I can scroll the internet with low anxiety of seeing something that somebody gonna say mean to me.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm like, fuck that. Like, I'm scrolling it. I'm like, one post can tweak my emotion in real time. Oh, this is too dangerous.
You see that meme where it's like somebody tweets like, I just got my dick sucked to some 500 retweets, and it's like, I got the job, 5 retweets. It's like, people just like right now don't like positivity, bro.
Yeah.
Like, so it's a reflection of. I feel like there's so much negativity, bro. It's like when good shit happens, people are like, oh, cool, like. But they'll like something positive, but retweet something negative. They'd love to jump on a hate bandwagon.
That's so true. I mean, even I see this on my channel, right? So a lot of collections I really like. Like when I'm going to Italy today, but when I come back from Italy in 4 days, I'm going to start doing streams on all the shows from Milan Fashion Week to Paris Fashion Week. And you'll see that most of the shows I actually did like them. But what's going to happen, which typically happens, is the collections that I like, people won't watch it, those videos or those clips, because I'm going to be like, XYZ collection is amazing. And then the ones I don't like, when I title it something sensational, like, why is XYZ still designing? And then it just gets like loads of views. It's just a reflection of society. And then on top of it, people have the gall, they have the cheek to come into my streams and be like, you're always negative about clothes. And I'm like, I literally posted 5 positive reviews. You just decided to only watch the negative ones. So it is a big reflection of the society we're in right now, where when you talk about really negative things, people are really interested, and when you're positive, like, people are less interested. Really strange.
But they'll never be like, let's all fuck with this shit together. It's like, the whole shit's just like, I don't know. So just keep that in mind, like, because I turned the noise off with the negativity.
I always say,
like what people
bro, you know what's crazy? I always say this shit. I say, damn, people like you're not on the internet as much as somebody like me. But I always say, bro, people need to hear what you're talking about. Yeah. Like, as much as you fucking probably don't like the internet, people need to hear that shit.
Yeah, I mean,
people gotta hear that shit. That's why I like to record shit and save it. Cause like
this, I'm like, will come out later, and obviously I want to improve something.
Yeah, I want this shit. Yeah.
But like, when I realized, bro, like, the internet is kind of like an uphill battle, and like, you'll never win against the internet.
You can't.
That's when I really just like got off the internet, bro. And like, I still be on the internet; it's my job, but I don't be
invested.
Nothing. Like, exactly, bro.
Invested.
Like
I don't know. I ain't gonna lie. Ever since I stepped back, like, every human interaction is special to me.
Yeah, Kai once again, because that hate wall, I think Kai just needs to focus on what he's doing. Focus on, he's in Italy, he's in Paris, he's learning about fashion, he's at Paris Fashion Week. I mean, I met him at Milan Fashion Week. So just learn about the industry and be in the industry. A lot of people that are clowning him or saying, oh, Kai, this, that, whatever. They've never been to Fashion Week. They've never worked in the fashion industry a day in their lives. They don't know what production even is. They've never been to a factory before. So it's just, you can't, the internet is just full of like, and not in this stream most of the time, because this stream is like quite niche. This channel is niche, but like generally, the internet is just full of people that like don't have a clue, but they think they know. So, and it's annoying because when you're in it, like someone like me who, a lot of brands that people talk about, I work with them. I know the designers. I know even the CMOs sometimes, because that's who I work with, because I work in marketing. So most of the time I know the CMOs at a lot of brands. And like, they'll like argue about stuff and it's like factually, no, that's like factually incorrect. But they will like argue, like they are convicted in that thought. So it's just, you just have to focus on what you're doing and you share your thoughts based on the expertise and like what you're learning, and then you leave the internet. What you shouldn't do is dwell on the internet and get annoyed at people and that sort of stuff. That's what you shouldn't give that kind of energy to the internet.
Motherfucker, it's a goddamn waiter. I'm actually saying, like, when I'm on stream, I'm like,
the way we became friends, bro, like it's just random, like
organic.
We have a mutual friend, and that she never introduces me to anybody, and she never introduces him to anybody.
And
she knows I don't want to. I already know everybody I want to know. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I don't need to know no more niggas, bro. Like, I ain't gonna hold you, bro. You know what I mean? And it's like, she was like, you know, this guy, like, he's got an interesting point of view in fashion, and he likes this stuff. We just have mutual shit, like things that we fucked with. She introduced us, like,
you never know.
He went to Tokyo. I gave him some rags. Like, we've been kicking it for like 3 days. Like, nobody even know we friends for real, but like, that's okay. You get what I'm trying to say? Like,
Organic way.
it's just organic, and like, it's nice that way, man.
Yeah.
And I'm not like telling nobody I'm hanging out with this nigga, because
it's genuine. It's like real life.
In the sense of like,
and that's why I said, like, even with the camera, I apologize for doing it, but it's very important that like later on in the year, your perspective on like, I don't know, like, you ever seen somebody, like, you ever not know about somebody, and then after, like, when they see them, when people see like an interview or something, like, you just realize how cool that person is.
yeah,
A lot of people not gonna be able to meet you, bro. So it's like, me personally, I'm thinking from my perspective, and I know so much other people think like this, is like shit like this, like conversations with Luka, just raw.
Yeah.
Like, it's powerful.
That's true.
You feel what I'm saying? And I just know, like, later on, like, when I show you it for like later this year, like, I really want to drop a lot of this shit after I release my shit.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's important because it's like, people gotta hear this shit. Yeah. And also, the reason why I don't like it to be live is because, one, you don't ever know what we're gonna talk about. Yeah. Two, it's anxiety. Like, yo, who watching? It's anxiety.
The power of editing.
It's anxiety. Yeah. And also, you're not. It's anxiety, bro. It's anxiety. And plus, like, when I'm live, I'm looking at the chat. I'm not really taking in, you know.
Take a step back.
Yeah.
Shit from this
bro, I'm looking at this shit. Bro,
200 channel, but
when your facial expression, people can.
Yeah, like, yeah, because us as live streamers, bro, like, but this is my perspective of it. I came into live streaming and content. I always like cameras, but I came into live streaming because I had a rough upbringing. And my escape was YouTube. My escape was gaming. My escape was content creators, right? Just watch videos all day, like escaping reality.
No, I mean, what you
and
built
then like
is cool.
Yeah, and
I've like been following it from. I mean, not following it, but like I would see it on the internet from like you streaming in your room to like you doing these crazy ass streams and like making these like cool short little commercials.
Yeah.
Actual production value.
Yeah, and I'm a part of all of that. Like I'm the one.
I definitely understand that point of view. I mean, the reason why I started making videos on YouTube initially was because like I was learning about all this fashion stuff and there was no one to talk about it with, because like people need to understand I'm actually a nerd. I'm actually a geek. I'm actually like a fashion nerd. So like I probably, because like when you're learning about stuff and like my friends are just like, oh yeah, there's this like cool thing, and then I'm like, oh, did you know like you don't want to be that annoying person, so you'd rather find people that think like you and are like you and want to learn about fashion in that same way. And so that was why I initially started the videos, and obviously like I wanted to be a fashion journalist, so it was an extension of that too. And it's just me understanding also like this idea of like new media and fashion, and that journalists were going to transition to social media anyway. So it's all of that all packaged into one. So when Kai says that YouTube and streaming was an escape, like I definitely understand what he means.
Behind the scenes, putting that all together. So it's like, I also want some shit where it's like, damn, bro, I wanna, like, that was my escape. So when I started streaming, I came into the fact of knowing that, like, there's somebody out there who's gonna watch your stream that needs it as an escape from their reality.
And I'm not gonna lie, I had to defend you to a few. Like, bro, there's like rooms of like 15 people with computers, fucking coolers, this, that, and third. You've got to plan fucking
Everything.
Yes, this, that, like
Everything.
it's not
At
just
least
like,
me,
oh,
yeah. At least me, like when I first started, it was like, oh, just come over. But if it's like a big project where I'm there for 30 days, I have to know what the fuck is happening for that day.
Yeah.
And Mafia Thon 3, it's my favorite one because that one stressed me out the most.
Yeah.
But that one was like, hey Kai, you need to step back and you need to live life. Just chill. As much as you want to make people happy and make everybody good, what you love to do is like just chill.
Yeah.
So that's why I love it. And like, I don't know, bro. Like,
I'm just gonna call my girlfriend back real quick so she
Yeah.
doesn't think I'm doing anything.
yeah, I know how that go. No, yeah. But like, bro, that like I just want to, and I know like this is what's gonna fuck them up. It's like streaming is so new. So it's like, what does Kai have to bring to fashion?
Yeah.
And it's like that right there. It's like, bro, I have the power to flick a switch and everybody a part of it. And also I'm going with the
Kai's cooking. I even say this like, I don't know how, because fashion is such a big thing. Everyone wears clothes. The industry is huge. All the fashion brands make, especially the big ones, they make tons of money. I do not understand how there is not one prominent fashion streamer. And that's why what Kai starting a brand is very fascinating, because it's like so untapped from a media perspective. Like, why is there no fashion streamer? And I'm not even saying it has to be me. I'm just in general, because I think what I talk about is too niche for me to ever be like mainstream. But like, surely there's someone that talks about fashion in a more mainstream way. Like, why is there no prominent fashion streamer? Like, very interesting.
mindset with like all these major brands. I understand it's not real genuine people. It's corporations making money that just want to capitalize on anything new. So when they approach me, I know when to deny. You feel what I'm saying?
Because they look at you like a dollar sign.
Yeah, so shit, so it's like shit, you can't phase me. Like, I'd rather have genuine interactions with people like you, people who live for this shit, like real life. Because say this shit
versus some guy that like works at fucking Dior. That's like, nice to meet you. Me trying to, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and it's like,
I don't want anything.
Exactly. It's like,
I'm good, man. You know what I mean? Like,
it's like, say this shit, when this shit works the way it does, who knows, bro? Like, I'll be able to like spark stream off a laptop and show us just having fun. Like, damn, like. And I feel like this reset is very healthy for me, bro. I feel like it's very, 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 very healthy for me. And I really got to see the side of the internet that God wanted to show me, which is like, I wanted to speak up with those who was going through shit, and I also wanted to be vulnerable. But I showed y'all that. I got clowned for it. I'm about to get in the lab and prove everybody wrong. And it's like, I'm gonna just keep shutting the fuck up and keep putting out good shit. You know, I could go experience and live stream shit, and I'm like, yo.
I touched on it earlier. I don't think that Kai should stop documenting. I understand there's been a lot of hate and like, people saying, oh, maybe some things he has done are like performative, including me, but like it's not. It's more to do with like the way he's doing it rather than the fact that he is doing it. But I'm talking from a like, because I think I was being objective in my critique. If people are just hating, just ignore them. But like, I just think there's just a different way to go about doing it. And I think if someone is like respected in fashion and they work in the industry, I think Kai should like take on board their critique. But if it's just some like random person on the internet, just ignore them, honestly.
Yeah, all the people in the room, and then we could just like, I don't fucking know, nigga, like do shit like this. Like with me doing clothes, there was parts of my life that I really wanted to show publicly. Because people just didn't know.
And people need to know.
And they need to know.
Because they never seen it.
They need to know because then they understand why I'm moving the way I'm moving. Not that I have to explain it to them, but it's like,
you don't owe them anything.
Yeah. But it's like, this is why I am the way I am.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So, every shit like this, I appreciate, bro. And, you know, Cenat I will always remember. You feel me?
Yeah, I appreciate you for hitting me and,
yeah, bro.
you know, just coming.
Yeah, you know, we met back in Paris. That shit was genuine. That shit was fire.
Yeah, he came to.
With no security.
No security, just came in. He's a photographer, but we just like, I just moved into my apartment.
Are you still there?
Nah, I moved back to New York.
Oh, what made you want to move back?
I met the love of my life, one, and two, as much as I love Paris, New York has a level of convenience that like,
What you mean?
like, just little shit like being able to get lunch.
Yeah, New York is the
Like
greatest city in the world, bro. I want to go. I want to live back in New York.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love it. That means open, nigga. You can hop on the street, nigga. You can go. Oh my God.
I live in the Upper East Side, man.
But you always out here though.
Yeah, I'm always out here. Dude, I come out here like fucking 10 times a year. You know what I mean? Like,
How are you out here? When the next time you'll be out here? Do you know? Or like you?
February, and then I'll be back again.
Well, Europe in general, you're just out here for your clothes and shit, right?
Yeah,
like,
like my factory's in Italy.
Right.
My mom lives in Normandy.
Right. Normandy, Europe?
Yeah,
Right.
Normandy,
Wow.
France, yeah.
Wow.
I have a lot of family here. My grandma still lives here. I have childhood friends here. Like, I just, I grew up here, man, so I just come out here, and then in the summer, I go to Ibiza. I love landing in America, seeing those 50 stars and those 13 stripes. Like, America has its downs, especially in this day and age, but it is really, like, one of
It's
the
refreshing.
greatest
It's refreshing.
When you travel, like, I mean, you spent time in Japan, and I'm sure you love, everybody just loves home. Like, even I grew up here, like, I don't know, there's customs and stuff that are amazing, but, like, sometimes you just want to go.
Yeah, home. Yeah. I know that feeling, bro. As much as I love
How
Japan
did
and
it
shit.
feel to you in Italy for months?
Oh my God, yo, when I was in Italy for that long, and I came back home, I'm like,
Whoa.
American deli, my cars, nigga. I'm at home, feet kicked up,
You can, like, eat at a normal
You can
hour.
eat out, yeah. Everybody understand you and shit.
It's undefeated. Like, that's the best feeling in the world.
Yeah.
What are you doing tonight?
Shit, I don't know. I'll probably go back home and invite me to some shit, but
I just know what I value. I know my ethics, and I understand like my worth and like my present. And like people think that like I get invited to so much shit, and it's not even that I don't. I mean, actually, it is that I don't want to go. I ain't even gonna hold you, but it's just like this. Sometimes I just don't want to put myself in some rooms, just because of the energy and like how people are very vultures. Like, yo, Luka, man, like. Sometimes the love don't be love, bro.
Yeah.
You get what I'm trying to say? And it's
I know exactly what he's talking about, and I'm glad he's telling Kai about that because, I literally dealt with that with a certain brand that shall not be mentioned, but yeah, that happens a lot. Where you just, even though you're invited, even though they want to pay you, just don't want to be in that room. I know exactly what Luca's talking about.
just like I don't even want to be around that anymore. Like I'm with people that love me every day, man. I'm with like my cat, my dog, my girlfriend, my friends, my family, bro. Like, if you see me somewhere, just know I got a bag. If you see me anywhere where there's people, know that the wire. I ain't never gonna know that.
I feel that.
It just don't work like
Yeah.
that, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The only time you see, but the only time people see you is like they know you're genuine with them.
Yeah.
Like when I seen you at Cardi show, I'm like, this nigga never outside. This nigga on stage.
Yeah, but it's my like.
And I'm like, your lights and shit.
Yeah. Like, you just have to like believe in yourself, and what I mean by that, and I know it's so like
Cliche, like everybody hear that shit.
Like knowing your worth, and like what I was telling him earlier, like everything is in your brain. Like all of your worth is like what you have in your head. You know what I mean? There's a reason like there's a reason you built what you built, and like even when shit like might go left, or like people might not believe in you, or if something happens, or like people love you when you're up, and then the moment you go down, niggas is like look the other way. It's like there's a reason you were up in the first place. You know what I'm saying? And just trusting your own process, and as long as like you can sleep at night and that you're being a good person and like you truly believe in what you're doing, like none of the noise matters, and like all the potential, you have it already. So yeah, that's really it, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's been points where like I was just like down Brad and like nigga talking about like I fell off and this, that, and third, and it's like I knew my earning potential. I knew that I knew that I loved clothes. I knew that my taste meant something. I knew that every relationship I've garnered in my life meant something, and they were genuine because I surrounded myself with people that actually love me and people that actually value me. And like when I felt like I had nothing, I kind of like had to lock in. I was like, what makes me me? Like, why do like people like me? You know what I mean? And why shit, like, what is my worth? And I was just like, there was a point where I really thought like I would have nothing, bro. I was like really down bad. And the earning potential is just like there, bro. Like, it's all in your fucking head. All the ideas are there. All the relationships are there. All the information is there. everything you've ever learned means something. You know what I'm saying? And like, you just have to know how to use it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, bro. Appreciate you, bro.
Thanks.
Love you, dog.
That was great advice from Luka Sabbat. Like I said earlier, Luka is in a fantastic position to give advice. I think he's like been in and around fashion for so long. He understands. Am I going to agree with him about everything? Obviously not. And there are things that, or certain points that he made that I disagree. But, you know, overall, I think Luka gave Kai really good advice. And it's great that Luka is friends with Kai, because I didn't know they were friends. So that's someone who Kai can, you know, constantly reach out to when he has questions to ask. I think Luka is definitely qualified to give like Kai reasonable and extremely useful information. So that was good. That was a good watch. That was a really good watch. This YouTube channel runs on your support. If you want to support the channel, you can subscribe to my Patreon. You'll gain access to exclusive content that includes everything from my Patreon podcast, where I give a behind-the-scenes insight into the fashion industry, as well as a fashion book club, where I review my favorite fashion books. You can also check out my fashion ebook, which highlights the best fashion journalists to follow, definitions of common fashion terminology, and how to determine what a good source of fashion information is. The links to everything are in the description below.